Greetings, my friends. This is the brain. Yes, of TV's Pinky and the Brain. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel, who will help me to take over the world. Yes.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and definitely not cream puffs. And this is the show where every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. With the second show of the new year, we figure that now would be a good chance to remind the Mohicans of all the new things coming to Walt Disney World for 2024. We'll do another show in Disneyland because Disneyland's got a ton of stuff too, and that's worthy of its own show for sure. So who knows? Maybe the stuff that we talk about here will convince us to book a Walt Disney World trip, or in the next show with Disneyland, maybe we'll do a Disneyland trip instead. And look, this isn't your typical polish, practice, pixie dust and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in Disneyland every day enough to need to purchase one of those magic key passes.
That's right, Kev. We're not here to pamper your bottom with pixie dust. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and tell you what to look forward to in 2024.
That's right. You listeners have the easy part. All you got to do is listen up while you hear what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And we have a special guest in the studio.
What the hell's happening?
I don't know.
You guys got sleepy there.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. I did not sign up for ASMR.
No, I don't.
Podcast.
I never yell that part.
I know, but that was so gentle the way you laid it out tonight. So I felt the energy, so I just went, I'll keep it
I felt the gentleness.
chill.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I had the order of things right. So that's what I went with right there.
Oh,
you know?
First off,
nice.
hello, it's me again.
Hey,
Who's
came
me
here
again? Wait a minute. Who's me?
introduce yourself.
I don't say my own name. If people don't know my voice by now.
It's Kirk, Captain Cajun
Yes,
Chavez.
yes.
Chavez.
Anyway, I came here to get my bottom pampered, and you just told me I can't get it pampered no more.
No pampering. Mr.
well.
Buzzkill has spoken.
But you did get your ass whooped.
Like a toddler, bro. I'm so, whoo.
We should start there. We should.
Oh, like that.
Ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen, just to let
Like
you
a
know,
toddler.
we talked about the Mohican Fantasy Football Leagues, and we have on this show right now both champions of each league. Big Cheddar Mountain, we got Rachel as the champion of that over her husband Josh. And then in the other league, Cash Mountain League, we got Eli, dominant victory over Kirk, our other
They
guest
were
in
both
studio.
pretty much dominant victories. It wasn't even close in either one of them.
And look, it was a hard-fought battle by you, not by me, because all my players got knocked out the game. So congratulations. The better man lost, but you won.
Well, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, if you would have motivated your players a little bit more, they would have showed up and played for you.
I could not keep Christian McCaffrey from getting hurt.
I want to say for the record, sir.
Well, maybe
I tried
calisthenics,
some voodoo. But it didn't work.
yoga, anything you could do
Anything,
like
yeah,
that.
nice pep talk.
But
Anything.
it was a good game. I like getting my ass whipped by you.
It wasn't really a
Felt-
good game at all,
It
actually.
felt
was,
very good.
It was like you laid down and just got trampled.
I want to be,
By an elephant.
Yeah, exactly.
for the record, my kicker was out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry
I'm
about that.
just saying, I had 0 points going in.
0 points
Yeah,
from
0
a kicker.
points.
0
So
points.
you
Yeah.
still had points.
both
In
my
other
running,
words-
both my star running backs.
But they had points. So I'm
and then
saying,
my wide receiver out. I mean,
how you kick it then?
my kicker. I don't have no idea. I had one player that made double-digit points as a quarterback.
That's the problem. You would
Without a
not.
kicker.
You did not give your players equal love. You could care less about your kicker, and they felt that.
Without a kicker, whipped my ass like I
Right.
owed you money.
That's right, and you do. But that's okay. That's okay. Listen, it's not about who did what. Look, I think when I was about to play, you was like, that Kirk has a very affordable team. You every year you come in, you're a star, sir. So
Well, now, say what, I've lost championship games to Danny
yeah,
Yes.
and to Eli.
yeah.
Kevin, Rachel, y'all turn now. Step up next year. Bring me to the big game, and y'all can whip my ass.
Go whip
It
that
is
ass.
so much fun.
Well, I did win this year.
You
Yeah,
did.
yes, you
Wait,
did.
so how's everything going in the Roberge house after that victory?
I know. We're doing okay. We're not talking about it.
Oh.
Oh, so
not talking
we should
about
not
it.
Somebody's
interview
sensitive.
You
Josh.
shouldn't say
right
that, Josh has been in the league for a while and hasn't won, and you just came in.
He
and just,
has. Yeah.
Wasn't he
That's
like
right.
12-4, and you were like 7-7, and he was like the favorite?
Yeah.
You still
Yes.
the underdog.
For
You were
winners,
Rocky
yes.
knocking out Apollo Creed.
Up the mountain.
Yes. Although, in fairness to me, in the regular season, I was the top point scorer.
Oh.
So, like, I
overall
had
points.
lost games, but I had like a very consistent performance. Yeah, top overall points in the regular season. And so, even though I was 50% win, I was set up well.
And guys, look,
Boom.
look, we're off now. Fantasy football is done until
Yeah.
August of next year, but that just goes to show you how easy it is to do this, how easy it is to join this league even if you know nothing about it. Rachel, have you ever played fantasy football before?
No, I have not. I auto drafted, and I was actually, to be honest, a little bit grumpy about doing it because I was like, I don't know anything about this. I was just like, oh, this feels like another thing I'm going to have to manage. But it was a blast. I had so much fun. I really got into it. I really did. I got into
love
it.
it. I love it.
How much is the other league?
They're both $20.
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's really
it's
not
the
a
same
large
thing.
buy-in.
Oh, they're both
It's really,
$20.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really, really cheap.
not
Yeah.
bad. It's
In
not
fact,
bad.
the history of it, one used to be free, and the other one used to be paid. So, but then we had
Right.
more people that want to do the paid, and it's not like we charge a lot. So it's like and
Yeah.
so listeners, if you're listening, if you want to play next year, it's only $20 commitment, unless you join Patreon or you happen to be a host of the show.
Yeah, and one league has a tight end, one does not.
Correct. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Cheddar had the tight end
Okay.
because I had Laporta. I had Sam Laporta.
That's right.
And Josh talked a big game with Travis Kelce at the beginning of the year. And by the end of the year,
He became
not
a
so
Swift.
great.
That's,
Yeah.
that's Taylor Swift's
He
problem.
was Swift out.
Just tell Josh to shake it off.
Yeah.
But
Now he's the anti-hero. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, if you want to do it, man, look, next year
just
these
got
are
that.
the reigning champions. And so it doesn't take we'll be hitting up for people to join us in August and do the drafts. And so you'll get your chance to go up against and take down these two winners in the next year's league.
Juggernauts, man.
Juggernauts, yes, off the bat. So yeah, do it. Only $20, reach out to us, magicourway.com.
Can I raise my hand first and
You got
interject
something?
something?
Yeah.
Interject some matter before we start.
Okay, yes.
A weekend gift exchange was
Oh, that's
very
right.
successful.
Oh, that was
Yes.
very
past
nice.
year.
That
18
was
people
nice.
participated, and I think everybody's very happy with their
I'm very happy with
Your
my
swag?
gifts. Yes.
yeah.
I got so many books. I don't know who said to me, but I'm very appreciative of that.
I know I am. I got two things off my gift list, and the third thing my person sent me was a total surprise, and I know it hurt her to buy it.
Ooh.
So it's a her.
Yeah.
Would you get the Raz to buy again?
No. It was
okay.
it's a haunted
No.
it was a haunted mansion blanket, and she sent me a note that said, "Enjoy this, even though it hurt me to buy it or whatever. But this is what you get for comparing my hair color to the color of my least favorite ride."
Oh, I know.
Something like that. I don't remember
I
exactly.
know.
how it
I
was.
think I'm pretty sure who
I'm
I know
pretty
that.
sure.
I guess the right away that I messaged her, I said, "I can't believe. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I put
Not
you
too
through
many
so much
weekends
pain."
with colored hair, but yes,
Yes.
at least we can figure that one out. Yeah,
I can figure it out by the least favorite ride part.
yeah. So look, what's Kirk's talking about? We do get a gift exchange around the holiday season for sure. So that's another way you can participate with us as well as the other weekends that are in our nation for sure, our tribe. And so yeah, that's a lot of fun. And so thank you, Kirk, for organizing all that. We definitely appreciate it.
That's right. We're not just a podcast. We're a family.
We are family. Yeah, it's just like Fast and Furious. Mm-hmm. Except without the fast cars.
Yeah. And I'm not going to wear those short jean shorts.
But I will.
Okay.
Confidently, yes. So anyway, guys, look, there's so many things in 2024 that Disney has promised us over the past several months and stuff. So enough of our jibber jabber and banter. Let's go talk about everything happening in 2024. Welcome to the Hub, our main topic segment of the show. Last show, number 505, we reflected back on the 11 years or so by checking out our Apple Podcast reviews to see how we're doing. A sort of reflection and accountability thing, if you will. With the second show of the new year, we figured that now would be a good chance to remind the Mohicans of all the new things we can expect in the United States parks for 2024. And as I mentioned in the intro, this show is focusing on the new things coming to Walt Disney World. And we'll do another show in Disneyland because Disneyland's got a lot of stuff, and that's definitely worthy of its own show. So let's figure out, maybe we want to book something for Walt Disney World, or we want to book something for Disneyland. So let's get to it because there's a bunch.
Sure.
I mean, amazing enough, when I compiled the show, I was like, man, I thought I was just going to tack this on to something else, but it grew to behemoth because it's like, okay, Disney, you're going to bring us all this stuff in 2024. Let's do a show. We're going to lay it all on there, and maybe in December we'll go back and analyze this show and see how they did.
Okay.
And if a lot of those stuff
Ooh,
came to
that's a good
fruition.
idea.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with Walt Disney World. That's
Okay.
our home park here on the East Coast.
So we're going to talk about our excitement level for each of these things, and at the end of the year, we'll talk about how it actually all
Yeah,
worked
and I
out.
also thought we could talk about, because we mentioned that none of us have Disney trips, unless that's changed. Does anybody have a Disney trip booked for 2024 yet?
No, I do not.
You do not? Rachel, did you book any since you
No,
last?
I have one booked, but I don't know if we're going to be able to go.
Oh, wow.
I'm saving
Yeah.
up for the treasure.
Ooh, that's a good
That is
idea.
definitely good. Yeah, all right.
I really think
Yeah, I know.
that's...
For all those listeners out there, if you've got kids who are starting to be, school sports age, that's where we're at. So we used to be able to book our trips well in advance and take them and all that good stuff. But now that our daughter's starting to play sports, we're starting to realize that, yeah, we kind of have to be around, and you don't always find out about that stuff way in advance. So anyway,
Sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a track parent once.
yeah, exactly. So we have a trip booked, but I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say goodbye to your weekends with that tournament
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
That's all to say that Rachel can book these things. So
Yes.
If
I
there's
can.
something you want to do it, she could definitely book it.
She will definitely cancel her vacation to book yours.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And live vicariously through you.
Yes.
Yes. Well, at the tournament.
Cannot tell you how many internet packages I've bought on cruise ships because I have to book dining for clients.
Oh, wow.
That's dedication, guys.
It's a business expense, but yeah.
All right, so we're going to Walt Disney World. This is our home park. And
All right,
to
let's
lead
start.
off the list of Walt Disney World expectations, last week, we're recording the show on the 6th. This past week, Disney released a big announcement regarding what they call the Summer Dine Offer.
Oh.
And just a quick thing, and I'll let Rachel go into a little bit more detail, clarify for y'all in case you're not aware of it. As of January 3rd, Disney Plus subscribers get a free dining plan when purchasing a non-discounted 4-night, 4-day Walt Disney Travel Company package. I included those words because they were very specific about that. And that includes a room at a select Disney Resort hotel and theme park ticket with a park hopper option. That is a lot of stuff to say in one little bit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got Rachel here as our travel agent. You want to clarify this for us? So what does all this mean? What the hell?
Yeah. So first, it's just important to say this is for Disney Plus subscribers only, and you do need to validate that you have a Disney Plus account. So there's no way to kind of get around that. You have to use your Disney Plus email to book it. There's even like a form I have to fill out to validate somebody's Disney Plus subscription. So they mean it. You have to be a Disney Plus subscriber. And it's actually pretty simple. So basically, it says most nights, but I have not yet found a night that doesn't apply from July to September. So
Nice.
July, August, September, if you want to go to Disney and you're a Disney Plus subscriber, this offer is going to apply for you as long as you're staying for at least 4 nights and you're doing at least a 4-day park hopper ticket. And that's where a lot of people come up against a wall.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of people reach out and they're like, was it there? Could you apply it? And I was like, it is there. Do you want to upgrade from your current 2-day ticket to a 4-day park hopper? And they're like, no. Then that's not going to work out. So yeah, you do have to have the 4-day park hopper ticket in your package, and you have to have a 4-night stay in order to qualify.
Just out of curiosity, Rachel, what is the price difference, would you say, from going from a 4-day no park hopper to 4-day, you're doing 1 park a day kind of thing, to go into a 4-day park hopper?
Okay, so like a base to a park hopper?
Yeah.
So you actually don't pay per day of park hopping. If you park hop one day, you park hop for your entire ticket. It's like the same price, you know what I mean? Just thereabouts.
Sure.
Sometimes there are some little differences, but most of the time it's just one price. If you have a single day park hopper, you're paying the same upgrade as if you have a 10-day park hopper. And it's that upgrade is usually around $80 per person.
$8 per person. Not
Yeah.
per day, just per person.
Per person. Wow.
I remember it used to be around $50-something.
I was going to say, I would think that would be worth it for free dining, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
worth it for free dining as long as you were already there for 4 days. There's a lot of
Right.
people who aren't doing 4-day tickets.
Uh-huh.
So you kind of already needed to have those expectations, like those were already your plans.
Is it still applies the way it did before with the different tiers of resort is a different tier of dining plan?
Yeah, it does. So the value resorts, if you stay there 4 nights and you get the 4-day park hopper, you get the quick service dining plan. The moderate resorts, same thing. If you stay there for 4 nights and you get the 4-day park hopper, you get the quick service dining plan. And then the deluxe is the only way you get the Disney dining plan, is if you stay at a deluxe for 4 nights and you get a 4-day park hopper. And the 4-day and 4-night requirements are minimums. So you could do more than that, but you have to do at least 4.
At least that. Okay. So if I was staying for a
Yeah.
week, I'd be okay.
Yeah.
That quality.
So if I want to stay
Yeah.
at French Quarter, that would be quick service dining plan?
Yeah, it doesn't make the moderates very cost effective
No.
on the dining plan. So really, you're looking at value or deluxe probably if you want to get your money's worth. Especially because we're going to talk about this in a minute, but there is another room discount offer, and it's a pretty good one. So you do really have to do the math about whether or not it makes sense for you to do the free dining plan offer, or if it makes sense to just do the broad offer with the room discount and buy your tickets separately. And that we're not separate from the package, just like it's not required to have the ticket in order to get that particular offer. So you could have a 4-night stay with a 3-day ticket, base ticket, and you still get that really good room discount. And then you could add on the dining plan if you want to, or just pay out of pocket. So the room discount is a broad offer, so you don't have to have a Disney Plus subscription. It's just a percentage off. And the percentage off changes. It goes up as you go up in hotel categories. So your values are going to start out at around 10% off, and then it goes up from there. And so you can save up to 35% off on rooms, depending on how long your stay is, what your dates are, and which hotel you pick.
I was going to say, so if you pick a deluxe hotel, you can get 35% off?
Yeah, up to, if you're staying 5 or more nights. It's
I was
30.
about to ask if
I was
there's a
gonna
night's
say.
minimum. Okay.
You was going to say, you
Yeah.
said it's about a 25%, but it,
5-night minimum. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking. So a lot of the clients that I was looking at for this particular offer were people that were going for our April school vacation. And it's at the very end of April. And I was seeing Animal Kingdom Lodge for under $400 per night.
What?
So it was
Oh,
like
wow.
$379, per night for Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now that was the resort view, not the safari, Savannah view, but still a really good deal. And that's not even the highest percentage. That was a 30% off. If you bump your dates out to the summer, July 8th through October 3rd, it's the 35%. So it would be even less. So like there are some really, really good room rates, especially this summer. And so that's another reason to use a travel agent, because you may see that free dining offer, and free dining feels like this huge savings. And depending on your family, it could be. But if your family has a couple of 10-year-olds, that dining plan might not be the best value for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the 10-year-olds have to pay the adult price. Now, I get that you're getting it free, but if you're skipping out on a room discount and you're bumping up your ticket to something you might not use or need, you are paying extra amounts to get that free dining. And then if the kids aren't using the value of that dining plan, it might have been a better idea to just do the room discount. So it's a little tricky. You got to really think about your travel party. You got to really look at the numbers, decide how important that dining plan is. There are some folks, they didn't even consider a trip to Disney until 2024 because the dining plan wasn't back, because people just love that dining plan. And so if you're one of those people that the dining plan makes your vacation for you, this is great. Totally go this summer. What a great deal.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so you just want to take some time, and I've been talking to people a lot and letting them know, based on, what I know about your family, this is what I think is the best deal for you, or I've run the numbers and I know that this is a better deal for you. All of that.
One question. I'm sorry, Kirk.
2 questions. Yours first.
Okay, I was just going to ask, is there any festivals going on between that time frame to where, if you get that free dining, you can go ahead and use those snack credits towards the food?
Well, that's a complicated answer. So right now we don't have exact dates for Food and Wine Festival, but traditionally that would be Food and Wine Festival.
That's what I would thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the free dining dates. And then if you go up to the broad room offer, that one goes from March all the way to October. So that's Food and Wine Festival and Flower and Garden Festival.
Wow.
For the room discount.
Huh.
But yeah, the free dining, it is during what is typically the dates for Food and Wine Festival. And you can, in the past, you have been able to use your snack credits at the Food and Wine Festival booth, which is a really good use. You did also used to be able to turn in a counter service credit for 3 snacks.
Yes.
Do you guys remember that?
Yes,
I
I
do.
do. Yeah.
That is not a thing with the new dining plan.
Wow.
Oh.
Ooh, that's big.
You can't do that. So you definitely, you can use the snack credits, at least historically. And as we've not had the dining plan for a few years, but they've still had the festivals, people have been noticing that they still had the little Disney dining plan symbols on there. So we anticipate that this year you will be able to use your snack credits, just like you used to be able to with the little menu symbol for which ones qualify, but you won't be able to do that. Turn in the counter service for 3.
Guess now they gotta remember to paint over those little symbols now. Just throw some duct tape on there.
Put a white a planner. They're going to throw a planner in front of it. Yes.
Okay, my question. The room discount. You said when does it go through? October 1st?
March 25th to October 3rd.
Okay, so if I would book a trip from September 30th to October 6th, would the discount count for the whole trip?
No, that one's tricky. So the room percentage off discounts are only good for the dates in which they actually apply, right? So the published dates. But the dining plan one is tricky because if you get the dining plan offer on its last day, you check in on the last day, you get that deal for your whole trip.
Oh, wow.
Not the room,
But not the
not the
room.
room rate though.
But not the room one. Yeah.
More calculations, it sounds like.
I know, more calculations, but the dining plan one does end a little earlier than the room one does. And so it almost felt like that they did that on purpose a little bit.
I think for you and your wife, though, the dining plan would work better than the room discount, right? But that seems to be something more for adults. And
The dining, it's a really good deal for adults because you're going to, if you're going to use that alcoholic beverage at your meals, that really amps up the value you're getting out of the dining plan. But if you're buying it for a 10-year-old, not so much.
I guess we're cutting down the calculations, and I don't do math, so when I get a travel agent, they do my math. I don't do math.
oh, this really
Because
That's
I
a
would want
lot.
to stay at a deluxe. I've never stayed at a deluxe, so I would like to stay at a deluxe.
never.
Never,
Ever?
ever.
What?
We were in that big.
Nope.
Oh, I guess not.
No, it's always been a moderate.
Really?
And when we first went to French Quarter, you would think somebody from Louisiana, I don't want to stay at French Quarter. We love French Quarter. It's small, it's intimate, it's not
It is
far
nice.
from travel and everything. There's only one bus stop.
French Quarter is the number one moderate I recommend to people.
Oh.
I can see that, but I mean, isn't the Disneyland Resort Hotel a deluxe hotel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that would count as a deluxe.
I have.
Yeah.
Now,
Thank you, sir.
And we were in a
That's
right. We were in a big old suite.
First off, thank you for correcting me, and thank you for bringing me
Yes.
on a particular trip.
Well, thank you for jumping in our beds.
yes.
Oh, what? It's always fun.
Yes.
No, so what I was saying was I would like to go stay at a deluxe this time, so I guess it'll be with cheaper, I guess, the dining plan thing, because you get a deluxe plan or the room rate. And I guess that'll be for you to figure out.
Yeah, I can help you figure that out.
There'll be no helping me to figure it out. You can figure it out.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we ain't doing no math.
Quick question. You have your choice to stay at any Disney deluxe resort because you've never done this. We're talking about Walt Disney World because you have stayed at a deluxe resort
Exactly.
in Disneyland.
Blank slate.
What is your number one choice? You went to Rachel. What is the number one resort you'd like Rachel to get for you?
Personally, myself, I would say contemporary. But
Yeah, I can see
taking
that.
my wife into account, I would like the like Grand Floridian. 'cause of
That's
the
my
spa,
favorite.
because of the spa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
Grand,
nice.
Grand Flow is
So
my favorite.
if I'd have to say guess, it'll be that one that I'll be
Both
looking
close
for.
to the Magic Kingdom, so that really works. Yeah. Walkways either way. Yeah.
If you're thinking about price, Saratoga Springs is nice because it has the spa as well, but it's also usually the least expensive deluxe. So it would be a really good value in terms of the free dining because it's still a deluxe. You're going to get the dining plan, but you're paying the least amount for your room.
Yeah, I didn't like Saratoga Springs so much, but
It feels like a moderate to me. but
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
technically a deluxe.
thank you, Rachel. That's exactly why. That is exactly why. But can I ask you a question? So this census, well, it's not census anymore. Is the spa open now?
Actually, yeah, you're right. The spa hasn't reopened yet. Hopefully it will. They are still calling the resort the Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. They haven't cut that off yet. So I anticipate that it will open up again, but it's not available yet.
Sometime after we get park hopping whenever we want to, right?
Yeah. Well, January 9th.
January 9th.
Yes, January.
Oh,
yes.
wait.
Yeah.
3 days.
3 days. And
Yeah.
speaking of
3
which, if you're listening to the show on the day of its release, which is usually January 10th, yesterday, January 9th, it was announced that guests will see even more changes. So one of which we touched upon is Park Hopper, and the other one recently touched upon is Dining Plan. So one of the things is that guests with park hopper benefits or an annual pass will be able to visit another theme park at any time during park hours. Now, this is a significant shift from the previous rule that allowed park hopper access only after 2 p.m., which we all know is a drag, right?
Super drag.
Super drag.
Yeah.
Although this is not to say that annual pass holders are completely off the hook with park reservations as opposed to everybody else. Just to lead into that, no theme park reservations are required for date-based tickets, which is what we've mentioned on the show. Rachel's mentioned this on the show. For those with annual passes, though, or certain non-dated tickets like convention tickets, they could still take advantage of the updated park hopper access after visiting their first park on days when the theme park reservations are required. For instance, you know how this works. If a pass holder has a reservation for Epcot and enters the park at 9 a.m., then they can head to another park immediately afterwards. So they still got to go to the first thing.
Right.
They can't immediately just start hopping. However, if you are an annual pass holder, the big news that was released is the introduction of Good to Go days, which will start on January 11th, 2024 for those days. Those special days will allow pass holders to visit a Disney World theme park without needing a theme park reservation.
Nice.
However, blackout dates
Of course.
still apply.
Why not?
Of course. They always deal with blackout days. And of course, they're not going to be specific. Guests will need to check their annual pass holder admissions calendar within the My Disney Experience app to view which days are good to go.
It's like musical chairs for
It
vacation
is.
days. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Gamble. Let's see. Is it a good to go day? No, we're not good
Oh,
to
you
go.
crapped out. Oh,
It kind of makes you feel bad for the pass holders, man. It does feel like it's a little torturous.
yeah. It's just like press your luck.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's exactly it.
And this is how Disney says it. They say good to go dates will be added periodically beginning January 11th.
Good to go dates, no way.
as availability allows, yeah.
Come on in, stop.
So a key word that we missed here is as availability allows.
Uh-huh.
That's how they worded it. Good to go dates will be added periodic beginning January 11th as availability allows.
That's so vague.
So talk about gambling. It's like, yeah, it's very vague. There's nobody booked on this day. So here we go.
I was surprised too, at least to the best of my knowledge, they have not done this yet. It feels like if you are an annual pass holder and you're staying at a Disney resort, you should be able to just go to whatever park. But right now, my understanding is that annual pass holders still need to get park reservations even if they're staying at a resort, which is a real bummer.
That is,
Yeah, it is.
wow. Okay, yeah. I didn't even think about it like that. Normally you think of pass holders, they're Florida residents, they don't need a
Yeah.
hotel room. But if you got a hotel room, come on.
Yeah.
That seems like such an easy adjustment to make.
Yeah.
It does feel like it would be, so I'm surprised they haven't. Maybe they'll do it like soon after, or they'll like figure it out. I don't know. Sometimes they're slow on this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know how far in advance the pass holders will know. Like, I'm just going to book I'm a pass holder, I'm going to just book a trip. Will I know in advance enough of whether this is like a good to go date or not? Whether I need a reservation or not?
Yeah, hopefully the calendar will be published and it will go out pretty far.
I hope so. It's not like tomorrow, good to go date.
Yeah.
Everything's booked. Damn it. Anyway, so those are a couple of things there that people can look forward to. And we already touched upon this, but we have the return of Disney dining plans. And I just want to clarify this. It's a little different than what it was before. And this is for Disney hotel guests who book a Disney resort package for stays starting on January 9th. And there's only 2 plans, right, Rachel? There's a quick service and what they're just calling the dining plan. That's it.
Yep. So they dropped what used to be called the deluxe dining plan. That was the like really heavy table service one. They now just have the counter service plan and then the 1 table, 1 counter service. They call that the Disney dining plan. So just those 2.
We did the deluxe dining plan at one point in time, and forget about it.
A lot of food.
We've done it too. It's so much food.
Yeah, you can't. There's no way to make your money back on that.
Oh, my gosh.
There was one way that I actually really enjoyed doing the deluxe. We sometimes would come in and stay at, like, let's say a value resort the first night of our trip. So like we got in at like 10 a.m. We have a reservation at a value resort that one night, just at the beginning of the trip. And so we'd get the deluxe dining plan with that one night. So you just pay for one night of the deluxe dining plan. But then we got 3 table service credits that we could use over those 2 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's booking outside the box
Yes, it is.
right there.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
And that
Rachel,
is
that's all you
exactly
got,
why you use a travel agent.
Rachel
That-
did well.
Rachel, I would have never even thought about that.
Rachel
That
did
is
well.
so smart and clever. Wow.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. And so that way I liked it. So you could kind of use it over the 2 days. And then the other secret to that was that, those refillable resort mugs,
Yes.
they would always give you 2 weeks no matter what. So, like, you got the mug for the rest of your stay.
Oh.
No, like, there's no need to explain anymore, folks. So I can't promise that will be the way it works now. But
Stop giving it away for free. Stop sharing
yeah,
tips.
but that's what we used to do. We loved that. We would like stay at All Star whatever for the first night, get the deluxe dining plan, eat like kings, and then we'd check into the beach club and use our mugs for the rest of the week.
That's awesome.
She's not the best in the business for nothing, folks.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And look, as far as dining plans, as far as I understand, Rachel, there's only two ways to get it. You can either purchase a vacation package outright, or you can make changes to an existing reservation by upgrading it to a Disney hotel package. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is. And a lot of people think that you have to have a package with tickets to get the dining plan, and you actually don't. So if you're an annual pass holder and you're interested in getting the dining plan, as long as you're staying at a Disney resort, you can add the dining plan to a ticketless package.
Whoa.
So I'm happy to help with that too.
I never even thought about it like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Kirk, you booking?
Kirk is stroking,
He is
his,
stroking
beard
his
like
beard.
crazy.
Do you still have to make a park reservation?
So not after January 9th. So when this show comes out, you will not have to make one unless you are an annual pass holder or you have a convention ticket.
Okay, that won't be me.
Yeah.
Or most people.
So you won't have to make one. Yeah, most people won't have to.
Park hopping, you still got to wait till 2 o'clock because I called Kevin saying something about the whole Epcot park, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So wait till 2 o'clock
as-
before.
You can do it anytime. As soon as this show comes out, you'll be able to park hop anytime.
January 9th is a magic
January
day.
9th, yes.
Yeah.
The day
All
Yeah.
wrongs get righted on January 9th.
The day before our show's released.
And it's safe to say, even though dates won't be coming up for a few months from now, anything from August on to October is going to be safe to say the Not So Scaries will be going on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, no dates yet, but I'm pretty sure that'll be going on. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Good
if you're
judgment,
thinking about that free dining deal, now you got Food and Wine Festival. 99% Food and Wine Festival is going on August through October, and at least probably more.
Yeah.
And then Not So Scary will also, more than likely be going on August.
Well, that's
through
what I'm
October
eyeing.
as well.
If I'm thinking of a time of the year I want to go, it's definitely that. The only
Yeah.
other thing I would really want to say I want to go for is Festival of the Arts because I really like that one.
Yeah.
But that's in the springtime. It's there's no Halloween party going
It's
on.
like right now,
Yeah.
No,
So
that- I
just in a couple weeks.
if I'm looking for something, it's probably eyeing September.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
So-
You got food and wine.
Well,
you got,
Kirk,
yeah.
that's music to Disney's ears. Because September is typically one of their slowest months. And that's why they're putting out these deals for that time period. They want people to come. And honestly, if you can travel in September, that is ideal because the crowds are low. That you can get deals like this, the free dining. They have food and wine. They have the Not So Scary party.
Yep.
There's just a lot to offer in September. So they really try hard. And it's also the end of their fiscal year. So they can't wait to have you in September. Please.
I love going in September, except for the fact that we live in New Orleans, and that is the height of hurricane season.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you
that's
have
true.
to watch everything. So
Yeah.
it's hard to make a reservation, but
It is.
I do remember us having a hurricane over there, and Disney was dead.
Yes.
We went in September.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Totally.
Yeah, Ivan or whatever. Yeah. Well, maybe some of these other things. We'll wrap up the Walt Disney World features that are supposed to come at 2024. Will
All right.
entice you to even book.
So this is what we get to look forward to in 2024.
Yes, they look forward
at
to
Disney
in
World.
2024 at Walt Disney World. That's correct. If you're a DVC member, there's a couple of things, and maybe even if you're not a DVC member, I'm sure you can book these as well. But the cabins at Fort Wilderness are supposed to come online for DVC members. So if you're one of those, or if you just want to book one of those cabins
Wait, the cabins where?
at Fort Wilderness, yes,
Okay.
the DVC cabins.
They're going to
at
be
Fort Wilderness.
DVC now. They're taking away all the old cabins. They're replacing them with these glamping, beautiful, modern looking
glamping?
cabins. Yes.
Glamping?
And they're going to be DVC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably too early to know how much these are going for.
No, they haven't mentioned anything. At
Okay.
least I don't think so, right, Rachel? They haven't mentioned anything.
No,
as
no
far as
pricing yet.
Okay.
They're going to be selling contracts for them and just like regular DVC,
Mm-hmm.
but you will also be able to reserve them for cash, just like a regular DVC. Like you can, Riviera Resort is 100% DVC, but you can just pay cash for a night too.
Still looking
so
for it, yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see how much they go for.
Have you stayed at Fort Wilderness before?
I have not
I haven't
because
either,
of that.
yeah.
Guys, what a blast. What a blast. It's so fun.
I believe you, and that's what I'm saying. And especially, you get the hoopty-doo over there.
Yeah.
So that would help.
Is it back? Is it open again?
Yeah. Oh,
do?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
open. We're open nightly.
Yeah, it was open when we went there last time because I came this close to booking
I
it.
told you, not paying attention anymore.
Why not?
Well, that's why you listen to us.
Life.
The campfire is back with Chip and Dale.
Oh,
This
nice.
thing along. We're doing it all. They've got so much cool recreation over there.
The railroad's back. I'm playing with the railroad's not back. The railroad is
For
not
Wilderness
back.
Railroad? I knew that one. I know that one.
Okay.
Did you know this? I remember those.
Okay.
But yeah, we stayed at one of the older cabins, the ones they're getting rid of.
Okay.
A couple of times, and we really had a blast. We rented the golf cart, and
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so much fun. I almost tell people if you're gonna do the campsites, you gotta. It's like its own kind of vacation. Like, don't book a ton of park days. Go
Yeah.
and enjoy the campground. Do a couple of park days because you're right there. Like, definitely
Yeah.
go to the Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
but enjoy the campground. It's awesome.
I am intrigued by this.
I am
This
too.
might put me in the Fort Wilderness campsite. I might be doing this.
It'd be nice. I could use my points over at Fort Wilderness for that.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious to see how much it's going to go for. That's what I
Yeah,
really
I'm
want
curious
to
to
know.
see how many points it would be. Yeah.
Probably a lot.
And they didn't specify, so they were vague with that. But here's another thing that they mentioned is that there's going to be a new DVC lounge announced for Walt Disney World. That's about
What?
it. So if you're DVC, I don't know where it's going to be located, or if it's going to be even in a park, or if it's going to be
Yeah, they didn't
not
say.
in a park. They left it very blank. And that kind of goes along. They mentioned some kind of DVC thing last year that we talked about in the news as far as whatever theming woods thing. I don't know. But
You know what
anyways, what's that?
You know what I'm hoping? The current DVC lounge is in the building where Figment is, that ride,
Yes.
What's the name
the
of it?
Imagination Pavilion.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm hoping this means that Figment's going to get closed and revamped. That's my hope. I don't know if I'm right, but I would love that to be true.
I would like that to be true as well,
Yep,
but
but it's upstairs.
I've been hurt before.
It is.
I know. It
We've
takes
heard all
time.
this.
It
Yeah.
takes time to heal.
Yes.
But there's that new Inside Out movie is coming out.
Oh, yes.
That's
yes,
just
yes,
true.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're
And
right.
that's always been the rumor that they're going to do Inside Out in there. So I'm praying to the Disney gods.
Yeah, I don't mind that as long as Figment's in there as well.
Somewhere.
I really would
Yeah.
like them to keep Figment in Epcot. But having said that, yeah, time rolls on. So what are you going to do? But Fish on Woo did get us in that DVC lounge, and we got to go see that, and that was a really
Yeah, back in the
Yeah, it's
fun
nice.
time. Yeah, it was a great place to be.
Pretty
It-
nice.
It's easy to become jealous when you go up there and be like, man. So that's why I'm not all overly enthused about another DVC lounge because it's just
Right.
one more thing for me to be jealous about.
Yeah. Well, also
Yeah.
in Epcot. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that DVC Lounge is a great place to bring food and wine tastes. Like you get them. I got this like gigantic poutine thing from Food and Wine and brought it up to that lounge and then had the free sodas from the freestyle machine there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, pro tip.
Perfect.
I didn't
Yeah.
even thought to think of that. Like you could just
Air
literally camp out in
conditioning.
there and have people runners
Yeah.
bringing food back.
She covers every angle, man.
That's awesome.
Every angle.
Dude, that's
every angle.
crazy smart.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Just clap your hands and they show up with it.
Yeah, well, also in Epcot, man, a couple things to look forward to 2024.
right.
Communicore Hall is supposed to open as well as Communicore Plaza.
I'm looking forward to that. I cannot
Me
wait to see that.
too.
That was
Yes.
announced. Yes.
I hope it smells better.
I agree with that. Steve.
It can't be a hard bar to hit at that point.
Yeah.
Is that the one about a poop and Walt?
Yeah.
Poop and Walt, yes. Yes. yes.
Maybe not a hard
I just don't
bar
want it to
hit.
smell like poop anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, give it a
fair.
hard bar of soap. Put it to that.
Before you move on,
Says-
I saw something. And this is in line with what's coming up in 2024 and the Imagination Pavilion. There's an Imagination Pavilion popcorn bucket coming out.
Oh, Kirk.
That is
loves
that is
popcorn
what I
buckets.
may pay eBay prices to get. That is, it looks beautiful.
Oh, are you serious?
really?
Yeah.
You've seen
Yeah.
it?
Blog Mickey. I thought I had shared it to the group.
Oh.
No,
I bet
might have, I don't remember.
maybe it's Festival of the Arts. That sounds right.
It could be.
Like right now?
Oh, man, that is going to go huge.
That's I saw a picture of it. It looks beautiful.
You love the popcorn.
Yeah.
I would pay eBay prices to get that.
I
if
can
get some
smell
away.
the bad behavior stories brewing just off of that.
Yeah.
I'm beating up for the.
You may need to get two of those because I do love that pavilion.
That is a great pavilion. I'm curious.
I have fond
I'll have to look at the
memories.
pictures.
That's
they
pretty
changed
chill.
it.
Yeah. Well, next door, just outside of Epcot, there's a cake bake shop that's supposed to open at the boardwalk. So there's a deluxe resort you can have. It's supposed to have a ton of cakes and stuff, and just as well as food, and it's themed for like a cake bake shop. I have no idea.
Cake bake.
That was
shop.
on their list of things that they're promising.
You
for
watch
2024.
it,
Yeah.
bake the
Oh, you
cake
watch them
in front
bake
of
it.
you?
They got it on display. They got it all
Okay.
around you while you're eating. It's
It's like a chain. There's
Okay.
like cake bake shops other places.
Okay.
It just makes me think of my son when he was real little. He used to call every sweet like bread item, like cake or pancakes or donuts or muffins, anything in that realm. He would call them bake cake.
bake
Bake
cake.
cake.
Oh.
They're like, "Mommy, I want bake cake." And so whenever I
Aw.
hear the cake bake shop, I think of bake cake.
Bake
Anyway,
cake.
Bake
That's
cake.
it.
Yeah,
It's kinda
there you
But
go.
this thing, I'm not super pumped on this.
No, I'm with you.
I'll see when it comes out if everybody's excited. I did hear that there might be like afternoon tea there.
That would be
kinda
cool.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be neat.
that'd be cool. But
Yeah.
I'm not making a special trip to go see
No.
them bake cakes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of
No.
all the things they listed, that was one of the things I was like, okay, whatever.
You know what I'm more excited about at the boardwalk?
What's that?
The corn dog place.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
now
the
we're
corn
talking.
dog place.
That's coming anytime now.
I'm
Anytime.
waiting for
Anytime.
that. Yes,
Anytime
that
in
sounds
2024.
way more exciting.
I follow them on Instagram, and I want one of those corn dogs. Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
Boy, okay.
I'm excited. Blue ribbon corn dog?
Blue ribbon corn dog. Yeah.
Only time I eat corn dogs is in Disney.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. The
Alright.
cake bake cake can keep its cake. That's fine.
Yeah.
Was that negative?
A
No,
little.
Never
she,
negative.
she said a little.
a skosh even?
a skosh.
Goes.
Yes.
But it hasn't been fully formed.
A minuscule
yet.
amount of
tinge,
negativity.
really.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's still in the ether, though,
Yes.
the opinion.
All right,
All right.
so kicking over to Hollywood Studios, just to remind you, everybody, we got the reimagined Little Mermaid show supposed to be coming. They're supposed to replace that puppet show that they closed for a while.
I just kind of wish we would just move on.
With more
Yeah.
puppets.
It's going to be.
I don't know. There's no details, of course.
I'm looking forward to this.
Are you?
You are
I
looking
am,
forward to
I
this?
am looking forward to this. I am looking forward to this.
It'd be nice to have more activity in that area. at
I am
least.
looking forward to what happens when they announce the cast members, because if it happens to be a certain thing, you got to have a certain demographic that's going to scream about it. And I'm looking
Oh.
forward to hearing these.
Wait, what are you
Well, they
talking
did-
about?
They have come out and said it is going to be based on the 1989 movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes,
Never
they
mind
did.
then.
They did say that.
Wait,
You all right
Retract it.
now?
Edit point, everything I just said
okay
out.
now? Is that
Wait,
what,
no,
is that
no,
what
wait.
you...
I'm lost. What are the f are you talking
think-
about?
I thought it was going to be somebody. It was going to be.
He thought-
Ariel was
based
going
on
to
the
be
live-
based
he
on the
thought-
live action movie, and then you get to hear all these
He thought
crazy
it was gonna
people
be
all
a-
complaining about it.
There's going to be a riot.
Wait. You're talking about because it's Black Little
But,
Mermaid.
yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was interested to see that, because
So-
I love watching all these people screaming and hollering and everything. It's like, you sound so. Shut up.
Well, you told me you go like riot and just throw fish at people?
Yeah.
Throw fish at
Fish
people.
food. Fish
Fish
food.
food?
Oh,
What-
fish
what-
food.
what-
Yeah,
what?
flakes.
Fish are friends, not food.
Okay. So 1989
Okay.
movie. All right.
But- okay, so
I'm not worried about it then.
Let me go back to what I was saying before.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
I
got it
think
solved.
we've seen this story enough. I'd like to see a new story in there.
That'd be
Fair.
nice,
Now,
yeah.
that's
I would
that's
really
a
like
good
to
point.
see a
Even
new
in
story.
the puppet show style, which I really dug. The black.
I
puppet
did.
show.
I dug the
would
puppet
dig
show.
that.
I
Yeah,
saw
that
it a
was clever.
gazillion times. I don't need to see another version. I'd really kind of like to see what they could do with another property in there. But
Or
if
what about
that's what they want to do.
What about an extension of the narrative of that property?
Oh, like a new story, a new Little Mermaid story.
Yeah, something like that.
So not
made
like the
specific-
sequel they released straight to DVD.
Like-
No, yeah.
To VHS.
Like what did Flounder do after he got a career and moved on?
I
with
think.
his-
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of straight to DVD Little Mermaid sequels.
Now it'll be
that have
straight
come
to theme park
along,
now.
and
Yeah,
I
straight to
don't-
theme
You
park.
know what?
No,
They
like-
theme park you on that a little different. That's what I
No,
thought you
no,
were
no.
going.
I'd like to see
A new
different
story.
stories being told.
Yeah.
Like, well, why not Moana?
Well,
Why can't we
Coco.
see Moana? Coco.
A Coco
That's-
black
that'd
light
be
You know
puppet show would be
what?
awesome.
Encanto. That'd be
That little-
wonderful.
That little courtyard is so great for little kids with that Disney Junior. They should put a Bluey show in there.
Oh,
People would
Bluey!
lose their minds if they had a Bluey show in there. That would like eat up so much crowd. People would be in line for hours. I mean, it
that'd
would
be crowded area now.
bananas. Bluey, it's like if you ever are just feeling really sad about humanity, watch some Bluey, and you'll be like, man, that's right. Being alive is wonderful.
So much better
That's
than
what it
being dead. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
no,
fair.
it's just like that show is. It's just beautiful.
I like
more
Yes.
than half the episode. They're 7-minute episodes. More than half the time, I finish crying. It's like
Oh, really?
just so because it's just so beautiful. Like they have these stories that you can completely relate to. It's so human, and what a wonderful job that whole team does. Bluey is really fantastic.
I mean, I like
I
Bluey.
can agree with that.
The thing about Bluey, because my kids are still of age and we watch it every now and then, they'll get on those kicks. And the thing about Bluey is like, wow, they went there. Oh yeah, look at them.
Yeah.
They're fully owning it. It's great.
I gotta watch one of these shows.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, I
watching
enjoy
Bluey.
it. I
'cause-
gotta say,
I've
Because
never-
I've heard some raving about this. Like when I was a kid, and people would look at me like I'm crazy when I would say this, but Muppet Babies was like that for me.
Oh, Muppet Baby was awesome.
Muppet Babies
Yeah,
made me
no doubt.
always feel great about the world. Like I could do anything. I could be anybody. Like I
Yeah.
could. And so the way I'll describe Louie is the way I see
Yeah.
that. So I could.
I mean, like they take on real problems that people deal with too, but through these like dogs, like
Dog lenses, yeah.
The mom has like a family feud, like a big falling out with her sister, and you learn over like a series of episodes, just in small ways, that like things with her family are really broken, and it's just cool. It's like this little 7-minute cartoon that's for preschoolers, and like they're acknowledging that, like, you know what, you might have a mom too that doesn't talk to her family, and there's something weird going on there, and they have to mend it. You know, and it's just neat. It's
I like
honest.
it, yeah. I
So watch
enjoy
me
it.
some
So
Bluey.
does Bluey have any representation in the parks? Because it's just it's so
I don't
out of
think
my
so,
yeah.
yeah.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure how. Like, I don't know if Disney really fully owns it. Yeah, I don't know what the relationship is there. I don't think it's fully owned by
It
Disney.
might be like Universal's Marvel relationship.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
when you've
Yeah.
got people celebrating Christmas by putting in big inflatable Bluey decorations on their front lawn,
Yeah.
you need to start owning that.
Disney never has
Yeah.
been known to strike the iron while it's hot.
This is true.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get a Frozen attraction? In the
Well
park?
said, sir. Well
And
said.
I just don't have any idea what that business relationship is like. I'm not sure that Disney has full control over that.
Well,
That's fair, though.
They need to make a deal or something because when it's that hot, yeah, Kirk's right. You got to strike while the iron's hot because one year's Bluey is another year's
Loki.
Team Umizoomi. Or,
Yeah, it's just true, yeah.
It
Yeah.
cycles
Bluey will
out of the
live on, yeah.
consciousness
Can't pronounce some of these.
so fast. Yeah.
All right. So just
All right, next
kind of
up.
round up, going over the Magic Kingdom. Just a reminder, new song and act for Country Bear Jamboree is coming. Slated to open 2024. And we've talked about this before, but just to remind everybody, this is the year it's supposed to happen.
Just that new Rihanna song's supposed to be coming out.
This is where change frightens me. When you
Unchain
have
my heart.
something that you love so much, and yeah, I don't know. Does Country Bears need a refreshing? Probably so. Yeah, but
not like this, maybe? Yeah.
messing with something, man, like that is this iconic. Ooh, it just makes me trepidatious. But
That's a big one, man. That's a big one.
I'm curious. I am very curious because Country Bears is kind of my hidden gem. It's like when you take people to the parks and the park's too busy and we can't get around anywhere. Like, hey, come see PhilharMagic. Hey, come see Country Bears. Hey, come see. Like, you know, there's attractions you can always get people on and they can still have a great time in the parks. And that's one of them. That's kind of, now, obviously, if you've seen it 18 times, yeah, you pass it on. But I don't know. A new show. I'm curious, but I'm trepidatious.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm curious as well.
Yes.
I don't know what to expect or how they're going to do it. We've only gotten clips, and I don't know. I'll see it to give it a fair shake.
I think what bugs me the most about this is all those wonderful voice actors. They're
Well, you lose it. Yeah.
they're all
You lose
gone.
it. Yeah.
Thor Ravencroft's gone. It's like
Tex
man.
Ritter.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
That's another part of it that kind of bugs me a little bit. Is all like everyone's always like change Muppet Vision 3D, and I'm like, but you're going to lose Frank Oz, Jim Henson, Dave Goles. Well, maybe Dave Goles can redo his part, but Richard Hunt
And the last
can't.
thing he
Jim
did.
Henson
Yeah.
definitely can.
Yeah.
Didn't the last thing he did?
Well, Jim Henson,
Henson?
yes, that was the last thing.
the last
Exactly.
thing Jim Henson,
the last
yeah.
thing Jim Henson and Richard Hunt worked on was Muppet Vision 3D.
yeah.
A lot of people don't even know Richard Hunt. Richard Hunt was the voice of Sweetums. He was the voice of Beaker. He was the voice of Scooter. He was a lot of the characters on there that you see. And he died shortly right after Jim died. In fact, if you ever watch that performance that they do at Jim Henson's eulogy, he's sick and dying as he's doing because he had AIDS at that point in time, and he was my favorite Muppeteer. Yeah, it was a bummer. It was a real bummer. I hate to lose Richard. I hate to lose Jim, and I hate to lose Jerry Nelson. Jerry Nelson's another original Muppet performer. Did Floyd Pepper, and I'm belaboring the point, but the point of the matter is that the problem with doing this is you also lose those original voice recordings, which are so special.
Right. Yeah, and it's going to be taken out of context.
Yes.
Even if you just hear it.
Yeah.
But speaking of change, a final thing that's supposed to come in Walt Disney World as far as those parks is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's supposed to open both parks. I'll mention it again when we talk about Disneyland, but no specific date has been announced to further clarify their initial statement of late 2024.
You had to close out with the most controversial one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
What's this again?
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Craziness.
I'm going to be so happy to have that attraction
You're replacing
back.
Splash Mountain?
They're replacing Splash Mountain.
Look, I will concur with Rachel on this one. I will be happy to have the attraction back.
Yes.
I will absolutely be, because that is such a great attraction. At the end of the day, it is still a drop in a pitcher.
Yes.
It really is.
It's a log flume ride.
I'm curious to see what they do with it. I'm curious but concerned.
Salt Dome.
Yeah.
I would hope that there's a good Bluey episode that deals with this traumatic thing that I'm feeling with this transition.
We got to balance out
There
all the
might
Disney
be.
fan people that are posting day-by-day updates of this progression of building.
Well, why don't we let Rachel speak on this first?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Because I can see some negativity coming on this side of the room. Let's let Rachel bring all the positive. Rachel, help tell us grumpy old men why this is a good thing.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to acknowledge is that I don't live in New Orleans. And so if they were making a ride about New England and they were doing things that didn't make a lot of sense,
Like a swamp.
for our climate and things like that, I would maybe also feel upset about it. So anyway, I just want to acknowledge that I feel like your feelings are valid and I don't want to step on them.
You feel our pain.
I can imagine your pain. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
But I am really excited for this new attraction. This is definitely the volume of the anger is definitely turned up from where we had Maelstrom turning into Frozen, right? So if you think back to that, people were very upset when Maelstrom was being turned into Frozen.
Yes.
Not as upset as this. This is more upset, right? But
Sure.
But I really think, years after the fact, people regard that as a pretty positive change. I think the Frozen ride was done really well. I love going on it. My kids love going on it. And I have such high hopes that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be just like that. That it's going to be this great kind of feminine heroine, and it's going to be a cool new story, and the technology is going to be fun, and the attraction is going to be fun and long like it used to be, and we'll all just still enjoy that ride and that space, and it will have this cool new twist on it that modern kids are going to be excited about.
Now, to Rachel's point, let me say this. It took me upwards of, it was like the first time I tried sushi. It took me upwards of 3 times, and I didn't like Frozen Ever After. But by the 4th time I wrote it, I could see the positive in Frozen Ever After. Mm-hmm. I mean, the storyline is kind of nothing and whatnot and everything like that. But when I started really kind of engrossing myself in it and forgetting about what we lost to get... I have to agree with Rachel. The change is more positive than negative. So maybe that's where I'll ultimately end up with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I hope. I hope.
Well, we have no choice, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
it's
committed.
Ric Flair used to say, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, learn to love it.
Because it's going to happen.
Here it comes.
Yeah, exactly. But, again, there's also that old saying that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what if it's not just that it's unbroken? What if it's as close to perfection as you can get in a theme park attraction? And by definition, wouldn't that mean that if Tiana's Bayou Adventure is anything short of perfect, doesn't that mean it's going to be a downgrade?
Well, it's a downgrade for me only because it's like messing with like the culture I grew up with.
That's the thing.
And I can't speak for everybody on the show, but I'm and y'all have spoken about having Louisiana culture and stuff, whatever else, New Orleans culture. But that's a big thing for me. It's like come on, I grew up with this thing. I'm pretty well versed in how our culture is, and I'm glad it's different than everywhere else in the country. With that respect, they're going to make a visit. I mean, you damn well respect my culture.
I couldn't agree more on that one.
I hope it will.
I hope it does too. I
hope it does too. Here's what concerns me is just what they've announced thus far. Let's analyze what we know thus far.
Weather vane.
Well, let's just go. Let's start with an easier one than the
Water
weather
tower
vane.
with a tiara.
I said weather vane because that was the most recent news that all the Disney fan sites are doing a play-by-play of this building, this attraction.
Let's start with the name.
All right.
Splash Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Which one's better?
Splash Mountain.
What's a bayou?
Yeah, Splash Mountain's pretty.
It's on the nose.
It's
yeah,
what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you're gonna get wet.
But it's not.
As Stacey used to say.
Yeah, it's a better thing because it's not related to any movie or theme. It's
I do
what
like.
you're getting.
I'm just thinking about the time, right? I feel like the names are products of their time. Like Splash Mountain was the 90s, right? I mean, during the 90s, like it was that like Nickelodeon culture. Like kids just wanted to like be slimed and like you know what I mean? It's like Splash Mountain is like you're gonna get wet and it's gonna be tall and crazy, and like that was what we wanted in the 90s. And I think kids now, families now, it's like Tiana's Bayou Adventure is very like themed and immersive. Like these are the things we're looking for now in our entertainment and our recreation. My daughter doesn't want to be slimed. You know what I mean?
Are you saying Splash Mountain wasn't themed and immersive?
Oh no, I totally think it was. That's not what I'm saying.
Just make it
I'm
sure.
just saying that, like, if we're just talking about the name,
Well,
I think that the name is a product of its time.
Okay, so you think the name Tiana's Bayou Adventure is better than Splash Mountain?
I think that it will appeal to more kids today.
I think it messes with the whole mountain range thing of the Magic Kingdom.
Well, it's not a mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain.
It's not a mountain.
And
It's not a mountain,
Splash
yeah.
Mountain.
That we've lost a mountain.
Yeah. I mean,
I remember
Down a mountain, folks. Down a mountain.
There was this guy. I can't remember this guy. And apologies to the guy because he was one of the first ones to start this whole petition of getting Splash Mountain changed. And I remember when the announcement was made, he's like, "Guys, we moved a mountain." And I remember thinking, no, you didn't. You lost a mountain, and now it's a mine. We went from a mountain to a mine.
Yes.
So there's that.
Well,
and
that's the thing with the name. To your point, Rachel, I think the name may be a product of the time, but at the same time, it fit like the mountain range.
Exactly.
Because it was Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain.
Yes.
I mean, that fit that theme. Particularly, and to y'all's point, you definitely lost a mountain because it is a salt dome of sorts now, and it's a bayou adventure.
Yes.
Actually. So there's only 2 mountains in Magic Kingdom again. Mm-hmm. Unless I don't know. No, the mine train is a hill of sorts.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
really
not a mountain.
Yeah, definitely not a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can go with if you want to use the water parks. I mean, you can incorporate those mountains.
Oh yeah, I guess you
Miss
could.
Tilly,
yeah.
Mount Everest,
Mount Mayday.
Expedition Everest is still part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter had a T-shirt that was like "I conquered the mountains" or something like that.
Yeah.
And we bought it from Disney. It wasn't like a third-party one. It was a Disney T-shirt, and it had Everest on it.
There's no question.
It also had Matterhorn.
Oh, Matterhorn, that definitely works. Yeah, that's definitely a Disney mountain
That's
range.
the first mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the OG mountain.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Is we've kind of lost a mountain here. So to me, I'm kind of with you guys. Not for nothing. Every opinion is worthwhile. But I'm kind of thinking Splash Mountain is the better name. There doesn't seem to be much of a story with this new attraction from what I've heard thus far. I mean, a co-op food store. I mean, really?
What's the adventure?
What the hell?
They're looking for an ingredient. They're missing an ingredient.
Go to Rouse's.
and fighting off mosquitoes.
Like really? Like
That's all that adventure right there.
Like how low stakes can you get?
We need to go in the store. Where's the store?
Hey, go to Rouse.
Have you been in a like? I can imagine being in a bayou and needing an ingredient. And
They're
that
not
being
in a
real
bayou. They're in a
challenge.
salt mine.
Rachel, I
salt.
can't.
Unless the ingredient is salt, they're gonna have a
No, look,
problem.
That's fair,
The
Rachel.
adventure is fighting off the mosquitoes when getting said ingredient.
But you're in. It's
That's
like
the adventure.
But it's like being in a. Let's say it's like being in a jungle, and then you're supposed to be a hunter. Let's say, and then like all your food is around you is just alive. You're in the swamp. Any ingredient you need, you just have to kill it. Now, if that's the adventure, well, Nick, we're on to something.
I'm from New Orleans. I won't eat anything out of a swamp.
But won't you do a ride that allows you to do that?
Don't judge.
I'm not.
Don't judge.
What do you eat out of a swamp?
Possum.
Alligator, crawfish,
Possum, alligator.
I eat crawfish.
Possum and alligator.
Rabbit.
Thank you.
Rabbit.
Crawfish.
I've only eaten possum one way.
Is there like some rare herb? Like we all know that more than likely at the end of the ride, the secret ingredient's going to be the missing ingredient's going to be
Tony's.
us.
Hey, look.
It's going to be us, or it's going to be love, or it's going to be family. It's going to be
I ain't
something.
taking up for it, bro. I'm just saying, don't hate on the feet about
It's not hating. It's not hating to be like I won't eat. Like I'm not going to eat possum. I'm not going to eat alligator. Like is
Not
there
even
some,
fried on a stick.
Have you ever
What?
had
Not even fried on a stick.
No,
You
I'm
ever
not,
had alligator sausage?
I ain't eating anything that could eat me. That's karma for you, baby.
You got to kill it first.
No,
That's the
I ain't.
adventure. What
no,
I'm saying.
no, that's like eating shark or something like that. No, I ain't eating anything that could eat me.
What do you mean? Like, I mean, like a chicken, if it could
Hey,
eat you,
hey,
probably
hey.
would.
I don't eat chicken.
No, that's true.
Your feelings are
Damn.
valid.
Thank you.
I'm validating your feelings.
And I am Mr. Buzzkill.
He's very
You are Mr.
sensitive.
Buzzkill.
I am Mr.
And you do a very good
Buzzkill.
job of it too.
Thank you.
No,
That's,
look,
that's my role in the show.
The missing
indeed.
ingredients, Tony's, okay? And for the rest of the
Hey,
country,
but the
that-
Rouses got Tony.
yeah, you
Just
went to
some
Rouse's, got Tony's, and everything's fixed. And for the country that doesn't know what Tony's basically obey to everybody else for some dumbass
Oh,
reason.
if the missing ingredient is Old Bay,
Oh, I'm shooting somebody.
I'm
Obey, I'm going to kick that out. I'm going to mail it all to Grub. I'm going to put it in a box and send it to Eric Grubb.
You know what, though?
that would be
make
Eric's
sense.
favorite attraction after that.
I know.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
He's
That
not
would
even
be-
from there.
No.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so
Yes.
story wise,
Yeah.
look, I'm sorry, looking for a missing ingredient, that does not seem to be a compelling hook for trying to figure out how the story is going to unveil.
They're
It
looking
seems
for chicken.
very low
Yeah.
stakes. If I'm milling around the swamp in the middle of the night looking for milkweed or something, I'm sorry. No, I don't want to do that. I do think, though, I do think at the end of the day, they're going to wrap it up in a nice bow, and the missing ingredient will be family.
It'll be on a steamboat
or it'll
dancing.
be love, or it'll be,
Friendship.
you.
Yeah.
Community.
Or who knows, maybe, like, if we're lucky, because I don't even know why they don't even do... Let's just retell Princess and the Frog the storyline. Why do we have to set this afterwards? Because how are you going to do
That's
the
what they did
ride?
with Frozen.
Yep.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I said that's what they did with Frozen. They just retold the story.
Just retell the story.
I would
Wait,
love that,
Frozen
actually.
Ever After?
Yeah, that's what I. Sorry, yes, that's what I meant with Frozen Ever After the
It's not the same
attraction.
story.
I don't think they retold the story. I think
story
it
of
was
Frozen.
like it's Happy Summer Snow Day. We're having like a whole festival and everyone
And
coming
it-
for Happy
They
Summer
also
Snow
throwing
Day.
a party at the castle, and that's where you end up.
Just a day in their
when
life.
When you see see
Yeah.
Olaf and he's
I guess
skating,
you're
that's when he
right.
tells you something about that.
Yeah.
No, Danny, you are correct. They
That
should
was
have.
like really fuzzy on the story for that ride.
They should have retold the story.
There's not much of it. That's because
I'm
it's
being
not.
ignored.
Well, I'm sorry.
You admit thought? Go ahead.
Well, you're not a
host.
host. You're
I'm
a
sorry.
loser in the fantasy football championship. I'm talking.
Touche.
I'm talking
Touche.
to. Can I talk to a champion?
You're talking to a winner. Talk to a winner.
It's kind of like
What
Godfather.
you want to say? What you want to know?
Rachel, that would be because. I'm sorry.
That was cold. That was a cold ingredient.
I gotta put my jacket back
If
on
the
now.
ingredient was putting your foot in your mouth, that was the ride right there.
Nice to meet you, I'm Mr. Buzzkill. Yeah. Okay.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. Wait, I forgot what the hell we were saying.
No, you were talking about Frozen. and-
Frozen Ever After the story.
Oh yeah. Okay, to Rachel's point, yeah, the Frozen Ever After story is kind of weak, but
Yeah.
the Norway story was kind of weak. How are you to construe a maelstrom from what we saw? And I saw no maelstrom, but the
males.
Splash Mountain story was really, really, really strong. I felt.
It had levels to it.
Yes, it
Oh, it
definitely
was a
had
really
like-
good story.
Yeah, it was a really
strong.
good story.
Yeah, it was
It's
well
told
done.
well, and that's why I'm like, well, why can't we
Yeah.
just retell the story of the Princess and the Frog? That would be
Yeah.
great. And maybe the pacing doesn't allow for that or whatever. I don't know, but I mean, all to say is that. So I'm hearing the name. It doesn't sound like an upgrade. I'm hearing the story. Doesn't sound like an upgrade in the story. Thematically, None of it makes sense. Not the location, nor the salt mine in the middle of a swamp and all this stuff. None of this makes sense. So it's already like you know what it feels like? It feels like you're replacing fine art with a finger painting. That's what it feels like. It's like you've got a masterpiece and now you're replacing it. I mean, I think that an argument could have easily been made that Splash Mountain was the best thrill attraction on Disney property. Best theme, best immersive, best... in fact, I think we did that, didn't we?
Yeah, on one of the bracket shows.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, best Quest for the Best.
Yes.
We did that, and Splash Mountain won, and now it's gone. Now, having said that, to try to find a little positivity on this, it's something that, at the end of the day, I think 90% of the public, all they care about is getting dropped and taking the picture. So, as long as it's a double, it doesn't have to be a home run, it just has to be a double. As long as they hit a double, I think they'll be fine.
Which they will get with this, because
You think they'll get it?
Because
I hope they get
a
it.
double, not a home run.
Because even if this is not a sequel, we're going straight in. So this is like, we don't even get to use the music from Princess and the Frog. Like,
No, they're using the music.
they're using.
I just read an article. They're going to be clipping the music.
So it's like the music from Princess and the Frog, not like new music.
I don't know that every song is going to be from the Princess and the Frog, but
But at
they
least
just
it's
like
more in the
specifically
style
said like
of-
going down the bayou.
Fair enough. I'll
Right.
take
Yeah.
it. I will take that. That's good news to me, Rachel.
Well, that's it. And as long as you have the character that a little kid can look at and say, "Oh, it's Tiana," or it's
The music from
one.
that movie is fantastic.
Thank you.
It's so
One of the
good.
best parts
But
of the movie.
my favorite song from there, Dr. Facilier, Friends on the Other Side. If we don't have that, if Dr. Facilier is not
I
in this
hope they
attraction, this
And
is
that's-
a fail.
And that's what I was going to say when I interrupted you so
Okay.
rudely.
Yes.
You were saying they should
Very rudely.
just use this attraction to retell the story of Princess and the Frog, the movie.
Can I
And
say something?
Go ahead.
Our Patreon subscribers get to be as rude to us as they want to be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know what to do with that yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
Yes.
I said it from before. We did a show about this when it was first announced. To not have Dr. Vasily in this is just stupid.
A travesty.
And you have,
Hopefully they
it's a
will.
drop. To not have that drop be Dr. Vasily sending you to his friends on the other side and
Yes.
having Keith David's music,
Yes.
his voice in that ride.
It better be
at that
real.
point,
Keith. It better not be a sound-alike either.
it's a loss. I'm
know, look,
sorry, it's a loss. One
One of the
I
best-
go along with Kirk. It's like I'll stick with this story idea. If they had just given that attraction to Dr. Facilier,
Yes.
Right.
you got the explanation of why there's a mountain in the middle of a swamp.
There you go.
He went and done, got his friends on the other side to just mess up Louisiana and all kind of stuff, and
All
he's
that.
plunging you into, and then maybe Tiana comes and saves the day. It's all good.
So can we all agree on this? If Dr. Facilier is not in this attraction, this is a fail.
Yep, I think so.
I will
You
cry.
agree.
You're taking your one.
I will cry.
Kevin?
I don't know if it's a fail, but I will cry.
You'll
if it's
cry.
not. Yes, because it's a big
That
miss.
seems to indicate, but
No,
okay.
no, I won't take it all the way to that end.
Okay,
Because
fair enough.
I got to be in the middle. Because I can't commit.
Toast, yes.
I'm milk toast. Yeah,
Yes.
I got to stay milk toast.
I tell you what, this attraction shifts by major points for me if Dr. Facilier is in it or not in it.
It's a major thing if he's not in it, but I think the gamble, like Rachel
He's my
said
favorite
before-
Disney villain.
But like Rachel said before, if it's something where everybody's like, "Oh, we just like Tiana," and they're not too worried about the villain because he's scary or he's spooky or it leads off to some other weird thing, then like again, you still have your double. You won't have the home run. Having him in it, Dr. Facilier that is, would give you the home run because you do need that good and evil balance. Even Splash Mountain had that.
All right, well, there's a fence. Go sit on that.
Okay.
Rachel, can you give us an answer?
Yeah, well,
It hurts.
I'm really excited to go on this thing. I think they could do it without Dr. Facilier. I'm not gonna
serious?
die on that hill. I'm not gonna die on the hill. But what I will say is I don't think that I can't think of, I was just sitting here racking my brain. I can't think of another ride through attraction that had a story that's connected to an existing property that didn't have the villain in it. They all have the villain in it.
Frozen Ever After.
Snow White's Scary Adventure.
It has
No, I'm sorry, Evil Queen was in
I
there.
guess it doesn't have Hans. I guess you're right on that. But
Yeah.
it does, but it has the marshmallow. It has the like, let it go, right? Like she sings the like the angry song. It does have like a moment of darkness and climax a little bit.
Yeah, but Frozen Ever After doesn't really have, except for at the end where the big white thing, the snowman whatever.
Marshmallow.
Yeah.
He appears. There's not really a villain moment in that attraction, but in Splash Mountain there is. You got
Yeah,
a whole
but that
moment that's built
movie-
around the villain.
That's what I was saying.
That Frozen movie doesn't have. I mean, like I said, there's Hans, but like he's not. The villain is kind of like her
Her
in
Yeah, that's what I'm
her
thinking.
battle inside, her
insecurity.
interior. Yeah, exactly. That's the villain.
Trauma
So
caused
they
by her
do
parents.
have that. Yeah, right. They do have that. But like all the other dark rides and stuff, the villain's in there somewhere. So I really think he's going to be in there. I'm not that worried about it.
I am very worried about it. And if he's there, this jumps my expectations by about 30 points.
Because he's your favorite villain.
Not only did that, the fact that he's my favorite villain, but all of a sudden the story has gravitas. We're not just out in the middle of the swamp looking for
An ingredient.
an
happy
ingredient.
stuff.
Yes, yeah, maybe the ingredient was stolen by Dr. Facilier or his minions, and they brought the ingredient to Dr. Facilier or something like that. There's got to be some gravitas to it because, look,
Some kind of stakes.
If they make him be involved in any kind of way in the drop, it bumps it up for me.
We'll
I
find
would
out.
agree.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see. Yeah, I just don't want to see some kind of milquetoast. Hey, it's just all happiness and love, and we're certain sure of missing ingredient, and the missing ingredient is you.
It cheers up the
You know,
kids.
I don't want to see that. I want to see something with a message. Mm-hmm. It's not just to have a moment; it's to have a message.
A message is what led us to this point.
Exactly.
Lettuce?
Led.
Oh. I
Oh,
thought
you
said
think
lettuce.
that's the missing
I
ingredient?
thought that was
is
the
lettuce.
nice ingredient. I thought you were being funny.
Now,
No.
Lettuce.
you know, before the people enter in their 1-star reviews and label me as Mr. Hatred,
Or if
I
I-
will concur with Rachel on one thing. This attraction needs to reopen
It
as
does.
quickly as
Yeah.
possible.
We're going to find out,
We're gonna-
as
yeah.
Disney says, late 2024. There's no exact date, but I guarantee you we'll get a play-by-play by every Disney fan outlet out there.
100%.
And we'll
And
be
my
right
gosh,
there
yeah.
giving your opinions.
I can't wait to see what they do with this, and this attraction needs to open post-haste.
Yep, late 2024.
Post-haste.
So, y'all, this is everything that's slated to open in Walt Disney World for 2024. We will do Disneyland and a couple of the other things that are promised to us stateside because Disneyland's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That, a lot of it which is coming back, but a lot of it's going to be new as well.
Our favorite
So-
park, by the way, at least mine. Let me speak
Yeah,
for
Not
me.
alone.
Oh, no.
My
Disneyland's
favorite
a great
park,
park.
Not alone on
Disneyland.
that one.
So I'm looking forward to talking about Disneyland, what they have to offer. Maybe we don't book a trip to Walt Disney World. Maybe we book a trip to Disneyland, and we'll do it through Rachel. Who knows?
From your lips to God's ears.
It'd be awesome. So yeah, let us know what you think about all the promises that are being. No, I don't know if they promised it, but definitely things that they announced for 2024 in Walt Disney World. And if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions, we'll tell you how to do so in just a little bit. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed that episode of the Magic Our Way podcast, talking about all the things coming that is new to Walt Disney World in 2024. Hey, look, go to magicourway.com. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions on any of the things, you could do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-
Mo Weekend.
669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics. What's up, sir?
Yes, sir. As always, you can visit ivorycomics.com and check out all the projects that are made, such as Project Geisha, Savages, and The Molly Be Damned. All books are 48 pages, fully colored. The only ad for them is for the Magic Our Way podcast. That's more for your buck than what the pros give you. Just try to help you out there. As well as you go to the Ivory Comics website, you can see blog posts and interviews, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast, so you never miss a beat, never miss an episode, you never miss a trip report, you never miss an opinion about something that's coming in 2024, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Get all that goodness.
It's coming.
That's it. It's coming right in your face. Bam.
Neck and
That's it.
chest.
All of it. Ivory Comics, Magic Our Way. That's how that links works right there. On social media, on Facebook, you can find me at Eli H. Ivory. And as long as you're a real person, lovely to meet you. If you are a bot, I do not need to greet you. I cannot afford to take any more chances with people that's going to mess up my credit rating. There was a bot trying to talk to me right there. I'm glad you blocked it, Kirk. Good job,
I
Kirk.
caught
Good
you, bro. I
job.
got you
Good
back.
job,
Thank you,
man.
baby.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, put your phone on mute.
And so if you also go on Facebook, you can check out the Project Geisha fan page there. Instagram, I post up the hearts and likes. EIV504 is where you can find me. And of course, on X, I can be found at Hancock 10166. So if you appreciate the madness, you just bringing me the gladness. This is your Super Bowl champion talking. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation
With another Super Bowl champion.
There it is.
That's right. With another Super Bowl champion, if you want to book a vacation to experience any of the things we talked about that's coming new to Walt Disney World, you could do it through Rachel. Rachel, tell them how to do this.
Yeah, I would be honored to help your group plan a magical Disney vacation. I also plan trips to Universal, on Royal Caribbean, Disney Cruise Line, Aulani, Disneyland, all of those places, major hotel brands around the world. Please reach out. The best way to reach me is at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com. You can also find me on social media. My social media handle is at @RFamilyMagic. That's the letter R and the words Family Magic, all one word, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and TikTok sometimes. I'm mostly on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also call me. If it's just easier to send me a text message, you can do that too. My phone number is 978-432-WISH, WISH. And just let me know that you're a listener of the show, and a little bit of your vacation will come back and support this fan community at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much.
Best Disney travel agent in the business, making sure you get the best prices and you get to support your favorite podcasts. Where's the loss there?
None at all. There is none.
Exactly.
Absolutely none.
All kind of positivity.
And of course, we want to thank our special guest that's come on the show, the invaluable. I bet you. I almost thought I forgot about that one. The invaluable Captain Cajun Chavez Kirk.
Oh, wow.
We added that a while back, and I kept forgetting to say it. So now,
My cheeks are all flushed now.
Oh, look at you looking all
I
flushed.
am so-
no, that's because the heater's behind you. That's
I'm
why
so
it's
happy.
flushed.
And I just want to say to the invaluable Kirk Landry over here, thank you
Oh,
for
he
the
said it
soap.
too.
Yes, we will
Yes,
be
yes.
smelling so much better next time you hang around with it, because normally we're funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ripe.
I can
Yes,
attest
That's
to that.
right.
Exactly.
Funky.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Kirk for Christmas got us all Marvel
Avengers.
scented
From Dr. Squatch.
Sasquatch soap.
Dr. Squatch. Not
Dr.
Squatch.
Squatch. Oh, not Sasquatch. I'm sorry. I'm
Dr.
thinking of
Squatch,
the
yes.
Jack Link guy. Yeah, no. He got us
Manly sense for men.
not
and men.
beef jerky, but soap, and we're going to smell really good
Yes.
next time Kirk's in studio.
Yeah, we're all going to
Yeah.
bathe with the
Yes.
soap next time you come in studio.
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna
we
smell like
expect
Thor.
And we'll be wafting Thor.
You expect me to sniff you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Every part of
buddy,
us.
I will be sniffing.
Oh, well, you find the one area I didn't bathe, sir.
That's right. You squashed that.
Oh,
I didn't wash
damn.
behind my ears. Oh,
Gotcha. That's the
that must
missing
be it.
ingredient.
That's what's up.
There you go.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming out the bayou.
Thank you, Kirk.
oh, I love I love coming
supporting
up
the
here.
show. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Chavez. Hey, look, if y'all want to access all the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. Also, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, just like Kirk, go to patreon.com/magicourway. There you'll find 6 awesome tiers to support this show, and any way in which you could support the show is deeply appreciated. And also, just to remind you, the easiest way to support this show is to leave a rating and a review in iTunes, not iTunes, Apple Podcasts now, or
Yeah.
wherever you access a podcast, whether
Please,
it be Spotify,
yes.
YouTube, whatever. Leave a rating
And a
and a review.
review.
It helps us. It helps us for sure. And
Yes.
it's no cost to you, except for a couple seconds of your time. That's about it.
Yeah. Brief seconds.
Just a few.
Yeah.
And we also want to thank you for being a loyal listener. And we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions will always be welcome on the Magic Our Way podcast. I usually say are welcome. I will say we will always be welcome on this show. So make sure you get in touch with us today.
As you heard from the last show, we'll read the negative ones too.
Summer weekends, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
I'm Danny.
Magic out.
And you are. Bye!